Hi everyone, welcome back to LeetCode. So let's solve today's daily LeetCode challenge, which is custom sort string. So let's try to read the problem statement first. So we are given a two strings order and s. All the characters of order are unique and were sorted in some custom order previously. We need to permute the characters of s so that they match the order that order was sorted. More specifically, if a character x occurs before a character y in order, then x should occur before y in the permuted string. We need to return any permutation of s that satisfies this property. So let me try to make this problem statement much clearer. So let's try to see this example. So we are given this order CBA and we are given a string ABCD, right? So what we need to do is we need to basically permute this string s in such a way that the order kind of matches with the order actual order string, right? Say for example, we can basically permute this string s into this CBA because CBA will match with this order and D is not there in the order, so we can add this D anywhere. So we can create multiple permutations. Say for example, we can keep this D as a first letter and then we can convert this ABC to CBA. That means DCBA. Then we can also keep this D in somewhere between all of these characters, but we need to make sure that the order of A, B and C should match with this order. Say for example, C, then D and then BA, right? Similarly, we can keep this D over here as well, but we need to make sure that whatever characters which are ABC, they should match with the order. So we can keep it A, C, B, D and A. Like we need to make sure that if I remove the unnecessary characters from this string S, so whatever characters are there, they should match with this order. They should resemble with this order, right? So I hope the problem statement is clear. You can see for this example also, because this example is also a very good example. So say for example, in order we have B, C, A, F, G. So we have a few characters in this order which are not there in the original string S, right? But whatever characters are there in the order and whatever characters are there in S and they are common characters, they should match the order which is present in the order string. Say for example, you can see that F and G are not present in string S, right? You can see that F and G are not present in string S. But whatever characters are common, say for example, AB in the original string, these characters which are common, they should form the order which is there in the order string. So that means if ABC is common, so it should be BCA, and whatever characters are there which are extra in the string S, we can keep them anywhere, right? You can keep this D in the front also, you can keep this D in between also, you can keep this D in at last also, right? So because we are definitely not gonna make it a bit hard problem for us. So whatever extra characters will be there, we will either append them in the beginning or we can append them at the last, right? This is what we will be doing. We will not make it complicated, right? So let's take a different example and try to understand, because this problem is really easy, right? So let's look at an example. So here I have taken an order string which is FDPMU and then a string S which is MFFUDPEFE. It's a very random basic example. So let's try to look at how we are gonna do that, right? So what we will do, first of all, we are gonna make the frequency map of this string S, right? So let's try to make that. So you can see that M is appearing, let's say, one time only. Then F is appearing, let's say, 3 times. Then U is appearing only one time. Then D is appearing only one time. Then P is appearing only one time. And then E is appearing, let's say, twice, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we can count them 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So there are in total like 9 characters, and I have made frequency map for this particular string, right? Okay, great. Now let's look at what we are gonna do, right? So we need to make sure that whatever order is there in this particular original order string, we need to make sure that this string S also forms the same order for those common characters, right? So what I will do, first of all, I will try to iterate as per this order string, right? So what is the very first character in this order string, which is F, right? Is F present in this string S also? Yes, it is present. So what I will do, I will try to get the frequency of this F from this dictionary map, right? Frequency map. See, let me explain it once again. So what I will do, I will try to iterate on this order string, right? Because I need to follow the sequence of the characters which is present in this order string. What is the first character? The first character is F. I will check whether this F is present in this frequency map. Yes, it is present. So if it is present, let's utilize all these Fs, right? So what I will do, I will try to create a new result, and what I will do, I will basically take this f and append it frequency number of times. By doing so, what I'm making sure is that the first character in the order string was f, and I am making sure that I am utilizing this f completely, right? I hope you are getting this point, because see, if the first character is f, this f character should also be in my result string as a first character only, right? Rest of the characters I can append them here itself, because extra characters can be appended anywhere, right? So I'm appending them over here. Now we are done with the f. Now let's move to the next character, which is d. And once again I will check whether this d is present in my frequency map. So yes, d is present in my frequency map. So make sure that you utilize it right here, right? So I will take this d and add it the number of frequency number of times, right? Great. And now you can see whatever order that we are having in the original order string fd, we are making sure that our result also contains the same order, which is f and then d. Just don't look at the extra characters, but if you look at these characters, they are forming the same exact order which is present in the order string for these common characters, right? Now let's move to the next character, which is p. Once again, we will check whether this p is present in this original frequency map. So yes, p is present. So let's utilize this p or over here and the frequency number of times, right? Great. Now next character is, let's say, m. So once again, we will check whether this m is present in my frequency map or not. Yes, it's present. So what I will do, I will simply utilize this m. Great. And now exactly like one number of time, because there is only one appearance of this m. Now I will move to the next character, which is u. Once again, I will check whether this u is present in my frequency map. So yes, it's present. If it's present, so I will utilize it. Great. And now what I will do, and yeah, one more thing which I'm doing as soon as I'm iterating any key. So what I'm doing, I'm reducing the frequency. Say for example, initially I utilize this f. So once I utilize all three f's, I will set to this to 0. Like every time I'm appending this into my string, I will keep decrementing the frequency of f in my frequency map, right? Because it will tell me, okay, I have already utilized all those f's, right? Now next character, which was d, so I would have decremented the frequency, so it would have become 0. Then for the same for p also, it would have become 0. Same for m also, it would have become 0, and same for u also, it would have become 0. Now what I will do, once I iterate the entire order string, so I have made sure that whatever character was common in both the strings, I am making sure that I'm following the same order, which is like following the same sequence which is present in my order string, right? Now once I have iterated the complete string order string, now once again I will try to iterate on this particular frequency map on all the keys, and whichever keys are left now, I will try to append them at last. Anyway, you can append them anywhere, right? You can append them in the front also, in the at last also, in somewhere between also. But to keep it easy, just not to make it complicated, what I will do, I will try to iterate once again on this frequency map on all the keys, and whichever keys is greater than 0, like having frequency greater than 0, I will utilize them, I will append them as it is. So what I'll do, I'll simply iterate on this key set, and because e is having frequency which is greater than 0, which is 2, and I will simply append them, right? And now you can see what I have done is, I have converted this string s into some different order, but if you look at the sequence of the characters which are present in the order, like if you look at those characters which are common to both the strings, right, which are common to both the strings, and if you look at the sequence, the sequence is exactly same which is present in the order string, as you can see. So f is there, then after d, so d is there, then p is there, then m is there, then u, and u is there, right? So what we have done so far, let me try to conclude this. So first we will convert, or you can say like we will convert, or you can say like we will create a frequency map. We can create a frequency map of s string, right? Second is, now once the frequency map is done, what we will do, we will try to iterate on order. This is very important, iterate on order string, because we need to follow the sequence of order string. So iterate on order, right? Fetch each character, right? And check for this character whether this character is present in string s, because if this character is present in string s, then only we will try to append it, otherwise we will not, right? So if this character is present in original string frequency map, right, then what I'll do, I will fetch the number of characters which are there in the frequency map, append those characters, and I will do the same for all the characters which are present in this order string, right? And once I am done with this, once my iteration is completed, what I will do, I will once again check for the keys which are there in frequency map, and if some key is not used, what I will do, I will try to use it at the end of this resultant string. So let me just code it out because it's very easy, right? So what I'm saying is, first of all, I'm gonna create map of, sorry, character comma integer, which is frequency map. Let me copy this because I'll be reusing it. New hash map, right? Once this hash map is done, make sure that you fill this hash map. So I'm gonna iterate on this string, and now I'll say put this character and get or default, then ch comma 0, and then plus. I'm just simply counting them. Now once this is done, now it's time to iterate on the order string. So for each carry which is present in order string, right, first of all, let's check if this character is present in string, original string s or not. So if this character is present in this frequency map, what I will do, I will try to use it, right? So to use it, let's make a string. Now I need to make sure that I use it exactly that number of times. So what I'll do, I'll simply get the frequency. So just ask the frequency map, okay, just give me the frequency, how many number of times this character is exactly appearing. So I will get that frequency and I will run a loop on that, and I plus plus. And now what I'll do, I'll simply say, okay, str append this particular character these number of times. And every time you are doing that, make sure that you are reducing the frequency also, right? So I'll simply say, okay, frequency map dot put, and what I will do, I will simply say, okay, ch, and then frequency map dot get ch and -1. So whatever frequency is there, just put the reduced number for that, right? And once this is done, so now we are making sure that whatever common characters were there, we have utilized them in the same order which is present in the order string, right? Now it is possible that some of the keys are unused, right? So what I will do, I will simply say that for each character which is present in frequency map dot key set, like whatever number of characters are there in the key set, right, just get the frequency. So we can get the frequency from frequency map like this, okay, for the current character. And because see, now there are still some of the characters which we have already used, but for them the frequency would have been 0 now. So what I can do, if the frequency is 0, this loop will not run, and this loop that I am running right now, this will run only for those keys which have the frequency greater than 1, right? So I is less than this frequency, and then I plus plus. And what I will do, I will simply say, okay, str just append this sorry, this character, right? And that's it. And now we can come out of this loop and we can simply return this particular string, right? Great. Let's try to run this once. I hope this should be submitted. If we haven't made mistake anywhere, yes, it's running. Let's try to submit it, and I hope this will be submitted. Yes, so it got submitted. So I hope you have understood this. The time and space complexity for this problem is big of n, because order string is having all the characters unique characters, and it has lowercase. So there are like it is for sure that this string will have only 26 characters at most, but this string s can have repetitive number of characters. So assuming that this string has length n, so we are creating a hash map which will take exactly big of n time, but the space would be big of 26, which can be considered as a constant. But then we are creating a string builder which is to store the answer, so this will take exactly n space. And because we are iterating on this string s, so this will take big of n time. So the space and time both will be big of n and big of n. So I hope you have understood this problem, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.